Hey guys, it's Kai from Lucas Lane and Royals. Hope you're doing well. You just saw me clean some tubs, and that's because I'm ready to make some changes, so stick around, I'll tell you all about it. So yeah, like I said, I am going to be making some changes to this room. I also have some exciting news to share with you. But first things first, I gotta get all the hatchlings out of this rack because this rack has to go. Slowly, I've been transitioning all the hatchlings out of this rack. So as their tubs get dirty, I then just move them out of this rack and then clean the tubs and just store them here. So you can see I have cleaned out most of these. Some of them are in different stages of being cleaned out. And then over here, I have a few remaining ones. I think there's a total of 4 that still needs to be moved out. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So I just moved all of those hatchlings out and I cleaned their tubs. You saw me cleaning tubs earlier in this video. You saw me cleaning tubs just moments ago. It may seem like we're cleaning tubs almost all the time, and unfortunately, it's true. Now that the hatchlings are out of the way, I still have some clutter up top that I have to clean up before I can move this rack. But now I can show you what my plans are. And here it is, a peek at what's to come. Those of you who have been following me on my channel know that I do a lot of DIY builds. In fact, every rack that is in my snake room was custom built by me to fit in that room to suit the needs of this hobby. Those of you who are new and want to know how I do these builds, check out my DIY playlist. I'll put a link down in the description below. Believe it or not, this isn't actually all of the material. It's only a third of it. So there's a few racks that I'm going to be building very shortly, and I'm going to tell you what I'm building and where they're going to go. So we're back in the snake room, and you can see up here is the hatchling rack that I cleaned out earlier in this video. It's going to get moved out of this room, and then this grow out rack is going to get extended 4 more levels higher, giving me 7 levels up here, 3 levels down there, total of 10 levels, 4 across. That's a total of 40 grow out tubs. Now that might seem like a small change to you, and it probably is, but I am in dire need of more grow out tubs. I held back quite a few animals from last season, and they're starting to outgrow their hatchling tubs and need to be moved to the next size up. Now I do have a couple free tubs in this grow out rack, and you're probably wondering why I don't fill them up with some animals. Well, I purposely left them empty. In the last video, I talked about having backups and having redundancy. Now, I only alluded to redundancy a little bit because there's not much you can do in terms of redundancy. It's not like you can hook up 3 or 4 temperature controllers in a chain or in series in case one fails, the other one picks up. No, I don't think you can do that. I don't think you want to do that. And I don't really have experience in doing that, although I have some ideas of how you can do that. But as far as redundancy goes, what I like to do is have a couple tubs of each size always empty. Of course, I have a lot of hatchling tubs that are empty, but in terms of adult tubs, I only have 1 that I always leave empty, and it comes in handy because if I want to, move a female around or clean a tub, I utilize that empty one temporarily. And then as far as these grow out tubs go, I have 3 that I leave free. Again, I use them for cleaning purposes, for maintenancing. They come in handy when I'm cleaning out the snakes. But what they're really used for is in a situation where I don't have time to rectify it immediately. So as a pinch, I would move some of the animals who are in tubs that have an issue, move those to those free tubs, and hopefully there's no issues there. And that way it'll give me more time to order parts or buy other supplies in order to fix the issue. Now, getting back to the plan of changing things around in this room, I did say that this rack is going to be leaving this room. You're probably wondering where it's going. Well, let me just show you. It's going to go right here in this expansion area, even though the expansion room isn't done yet. This is the door to the existing snake room, and you probably wonder why this expansion area looks different than what you've seen in the previous video. I did ask for help from you guys as to how to design this room, the layout, what's the best utilization of space. And to be frank, I'm still not 100% sure what I want to do with this room. So what I've done so far is created this temporary wall out of corrugated plastic. It's the same plastic that I use to build my racks. The back of the racks are built out of corrugated plastic. So I figure once I'm done mocking up this room, I can reuse the corrugated plastic for the racks. Right now, this is a temporary wall. I just want to see what it feels like to work in this room with the space that I have and see if it works for me before I build a permanent wall. So here is another familiar site. This is the beginning of a base for another rack. Earlier on this very floor, I showed you the materials I'm going to be using to build another grow out rack. And I said that that was only 1/3 of the material. Well, that's because the other 2/3 of the material is going to be put towards building more hatchling racks. In fact, I'm going to build 2 more hatchling racks. One that is 5 tall, 6 across, allowing for 30 hatchling tubs. Another one that is 4 tall, 6 across, allowing for, oh crap, the Asian guy can't do math. 4 by 6 is 24. And then of course we have the last one, which is 3 tall, 6 across, allows for currently 18 tubs. So that totals up to 72 hatchling tubs. I think I redeemed myself. So enough about racks and tubs and DIY builds. I got a couple female ball pythons that are going through some breeding behavior, and it's really, really exciting. So come over here and take a look. Wait, I changed my mind. I don't want to show you anymore. No, I'm just kidding. Check this out. This is a firefly clown female, and this is her first season, and she's got that ovulation right there. You can see how thick she is right there. So it starts right about there where her tail is bent, and then all up here is huge. And it stops right around that spot right there. So I'm gonna try to get her on camera when she moves to a different position, because I know this is kind of hard to see. If I can get her, if she goes into a different position where it's easier to see, I'll try to take a picture or do another quick video of it. But yeah, this is really exciting. So cool. She was bred to an Enchi Orange Dream Het Clown male. So we have a pretty good chance of getting clowns. I mean, we're still shooting for the stars if we want the Enchi Orange Dream Firefly Clown, but the chance is all I want, and the chance is all I need. So this is the, again, Firefly Clown female. Man, if I can hit a visual clown with all 4 of those codoms, that's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be amazing, actually. And I don't know, let's calculate the odds just to see what it's gonna take in order to hit that combo. So we have a clown to a het clown. That means the chance of getting a clown is 1 in 2. And then we have each of those codoms have a 1 in 2 chance of passing it down to the offspring, or we can say the offspring have a 1 in 2 chance of inheriting that from the parents. So we have 4 of those codoms: Enchi, Orange Dream, Pastel, and Fire. Now we calculate the odds. We got 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So 1 in 32 chance of hitting a visual clown with all 4 of those codoms. I would say the odds are stacked against me, but we'll just have to wait and see. For now, let's take a look at another female that is a little bit further in the breeding cycle. She's a little bit restless right now, so I'm not going to open up the tub, but this is where a semi-transparent tub really comes in handy. This is my pastel lesser super striped female. And you can see I have her card turned vertically. That indicates to me that she is off food. And you can see she is pretty restless right now, so just searching around. And that's because she had her pre-lay shed about a month and 1 day ago. And she's probably due to lay her eggs any day now. So she's probably uncomfortable and a little bit restless and just moving about. Over here I have a little note that I stuck on there. This tells me when she laid last year, and you can see she laid March 2nd. And we are into almost the second week of April now. First week of April is ending and almost into the second week of April. Now usually every season, if they go, they lay about the same time every year, maybe a week or two apart. But last year she laid on March 2nd, and the season before that she also laid in March. But like I said, we are almost in the second week of April and she still hasn't laid yet, though she's gonna lay in a couple days or so. But yeah, I just wanted to point out that just because they don't go doesn't mean that if they don't go around the same time doesn't mean they're not going to go at all. They could be late. So the thing to know about these snakes is they have 2 sets of follicles. That's right, she has 2 sets of follicles. And for those of you who don't know what follicles are, the short explanation is that they're cells that eventually develop into eggs. And she has 2 sets of follicles. Now, why does she have 2 sets? Well, that's the way that nature intended, and it's actually a unique adaptation. So what happens is that the female has 2 sets, and she'll pick one of those sets to start developing. Now, in rare cases, she may develop both sets of follicles, but in most cases, they develop just one based on, how she feels, if she wants to breed, the environment, the abundance of food, climate changes or mild climates, and she'll start developing one of those sets. Those follicles will start to grow and grow and grow at a rate about 10 millimeters per month. Now, let's say something happens where food becomes scarce or there's a storm, she might decide to reabsorb those follicles. And if she is reabsorbing those follicles, she's not going to be able to reuse those. But let's say things get better again and there's abundance of food again and it's nice mild weather. Instead of wasting that entire season, she has a second set to fall back on and start developing those follicles. The point that I'm trying to make here is that if your females are not developing their follicles according to a schedule that you've based on some historical data that you've collected over the years, don't get discouraged. In most cases, they'll follow the same schedule, but if they don't feel discouraged. Continue to monitor her, keep her happy, healthy, and fed, and who knows, she might start developing that second set of follicles. So that's about it for this video. That pastel lesser super striped female is due to lay her eggs any day now, and when she does, I'll make sure to make a video out of it. If you're new to this channel and you want to be informed of future uploads, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. As always, thanks for watching, please share, and I'll see you guys next time.